Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The king said, I wish to know. Narrations concerning the Lord possesses wonderful potencies are certainly auspicious for living beings in all planets.
Превод. Царят каза, искам да зная разказите за Бога, който притежава необикновени енергии, носят добро на живите същества от всички планети.
Purport, Srimad Bhagavatam, which is full of narrations of the activities of the Supreme Lord, is auspicious for all living beings residing in every planet. One who takes to it as belonging to a particular sect is certainly mistaken. Srimad Bhagavatam is certainly a very dear scripture for all the devotees of the Lord, but is auspicious even for the non-devotees, also because it explains that even the non-devotees, hovering under the spell of material energy, can be delivered from the clutches, such clutches, if they hear narrations of the Srimad Bhagavatam with devotion and attention from the right source, representing the Lord by disciplic succession.
Пояснение. Шримад Бхагаватам, който е пълен с разкази за дейностите на Върховния Бог, е благотворен за всички живи същества от всички планети. Хората, които го приемат като книга на някоя секта, грешат. Наистина Шримад Бхагаватам е много скъп на преданите, но той е благотворен и за неотдадените, защото дори те, които блуждаят омагьосани от материалната енергия, могат да се освободят от нейния плен, ако внимателно и с преданост го слушат от подходящ източник, представяш Бога чрез ученическата последователност.
Омага Krishna Prasthaya Buddhaya Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswatam Deve Gauravani Pacharane Nirvishesha Srinivadi Bhaskadhyaya Siddhartha. It is said that the author of the Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Vyasadeva, he was unhappy.
Казва се, че авторът на Шримад Бхагаватам, Вясадев, бил нещастен.
That after compiling over a billion verses in the Vedic literature, he was still bewildered.
След като бил написал около
Billion.
Which is like 1,000 million.
Yes.
Okay. След като написал 1 милиард стихове, все още не бил удовлетворен.
So his spiritual master came, Narada Muni, and said, you're bewildered because you haven't glorified Krishna.
И духовният учител, Нарада Муни, дошъл и му казал, ти си объркан, защото не си възхвалил върховния Бог Шри Кришна.
Now the idea is that usually everyone wants to be glorified.
Обикновено всеки иска да е възхваляван.
As a matter of fact, that every condition lives to become glorified in one way or another.
Всяко същество очаква да бъде възхвалявано по един и друг начин.
No one is usually living to be criticized.
Никой не живее за да бъде критикуван.
Oh, please criticize me.
Моля те, критикувай ме.
I feel too good today.
Днеска се чувствам твърде добре.
So Vyasadeva was given the secret of how to become free from his unhappy condition.
И Вясадева получил тайната как да се освободил от това неудовлетворено състояние.
That Krishna is not an ordinary personality.
Че Кришна не е обикновена личност.
That, as it says, for instance, in the Bhagavad Gita, that samam sarveshu bhuteshu tishtantam parameshwaram, samam pashanti sarvatra, samam bhashtitam ishwaram, ehinatyatmanatmanam tatoyati param gatim. That one who sees the super soul accompanying all souls in all bodies, and who knows that neither the soul nor the super soul within the destructible body. That's too much.
Човек, който вижда свръхдушата в телата на всички и разбира, че свръхдушата и душата са неунищожима във временното тяло,
is ever destroyed actually sees.
Те никога не са унищожавани, той действително вижда.
In other words, we're not alone here.
С други думи, ние не сме сами.
Everywhere with us all the time is the super soul.
Навсякъде с нас е свръхдушата.
Now, that's quite a interesting trick that you can be in everyone's heart at the same time.
Това е интересен трик да бъдеш навсякъде в сърцата на всички едновременно.
Modern society, they're trying to spy on everyone.
Съвременното общество се опитва да шпионират всички.
But there's a spy everywhere.
Но вече съществува шпиони навсякъде.
And it's not part of the NSA. He's not a member of the NSA.
И той не е член на NSA.
He knows everything about us.
Той знае всичко за нас.
The past, present, and the future also.
Миналото, настоящето и бъдещето.
And he knows everyone.
И той познава всички.
But hardly anyone knows him.
Но едва някой го познава.
I mean, that's a real good trick.
Това е доста добър трик.
You can spy on everyone and no one even knows you're there.
Може да шпионираш всеки и никой не знае, че си там.
Life after life.
Живот след живот.
So to glorify Krishna means to understand not only how this creation has been brought about by his energies,
Да се възхвалява Кришна не само да разберем как Кришна управлява чрез неговите енергии,
but how he's actually controlling his energies.
как всъщност ги контролира.
Not directly, but he's conscious of what's going on.
Не директно, но той е осъзнат за това, което става.
And just by his desiring, the material nature arranges itself in different ways.
И просто поради желанието на материалната природа организира всичко по различни начини.
So we all have the most powerful person living with us all the time.
Всички имаме в нас най-могъща личност, която живее.
And he's so, we could say, anyhow, he's so expert
И той е толкова опитен,
that you're living with the most powerful person, you don't even know it.
че макар да живееш заедно с най-могъщата личност, не го осъзнаваш.
Even you're living in a room with a mouse in it, you know the mouse is there.
Ако живееш с мишка, ще узнаеш присъствието им.
Even if there is a spider, you notice the spider after some time.
Дори ако има паек, след известно време ще го забележиш.
And not only Krishna is living with us, but we're 100% eternally dependent on him, at least here in the material world.
Не само, че Кришна живее с нас, но ние сме 100% зависими от него тук в този свят.
From him comes remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness.
От него идват паметта, знанието и забравата.
Just like we're trying to remember something sometimes.
Понякога се опитваме да си спомним нещо.
Like we can go around the room and ask everyone their name.
Мога да мина през стаята сега и да питам имената на всички.
And anyone who could remember everyone's name in this room of all the 12 people, they think, well, he has a good memory.
И ако някой се изпомни, като чуе за първи път имената на 12 човека, ще изкам, той има добра памет.
And sometimes we're trying to forget something.
Някой път се опитваме да забравим нещо.
And all night long we're just remembering it, trying to forget it.
Но въпреки това продължаваме да го помним.
Praying, please help me forget.
И се молим, молите, нека забравя това.
And sometimes we're trying to figure something out.
Нещо се опитваме понякога да разберем.
Today we think we're very intelligent.
Ние си мислим, че са много интелигентни.
We can add 2 plus 2.
Може да прибавим 2 плюс 2.
But after leaving this body, when we get our next body, it might become quite a challenge.
Но когато напуснем настоящото тяло, за следващото това може да е голямо предизвикателство.
2 plus what is what?
2 плюс 2 колко?
Give me a calculator.
Дай ми калкулатор.
So that's the material existence.
Това е материалното съществуване.
We're being supplied remembrance, we're being supplied forgetfulness, we're being supplied knowledge, and we think it's mine.
На нас ни е дадена интелигентността, паметта и всичко, и си мислим обаче, че те са наши.
That I have so many things, including, at least I have my own knowledge and remembrance and remembrance.
Не има моето собствено знание и памет.
I've learned 7 languages.
Научих 7 езика.
But if I get a lower species, if I enter into the lower species of life,
Но ако получа в тяло в ниша форма,
what good will my 7 languages be?
каква работа ще ми върши 7 езика?
If I become a bird, I just have a very small language.
Ако стана птица, езика ще ми е ограничен.
Beep, beep. You know what beep beep means? What's that?
Какво означава бик?
Means where's the worm?
Къде е червич?
And beep beep beep?
Beep, beep, beep. Where's my soulmate?
No, that's beep 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 beep.
Where's the enemy?
No, that's another one. That's too complicated. Then you get into grammar. Beep 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 means the worm's over there. So much for our endeavor. It's so hard to learn so many languages and learn so many things. But if we become a bird, what is the value?
Толкова много усилия да научим езици или друго знание, но ако станем птици, каква е стойността?
The only thing we need is to know is beep means worm.
Единственото, което трябва да знаем, че бик означава червен.
And our whole education is how to fly.
И цялото образование се състои в това да се научим как да летим.
You give in 20 seconds.
Имаш 20 секунди.
Mama bird says, flap your wings.
Майката птица.
Try it. Okay.
Пляска с крила. Питай, айде.
You're off.
Да.
Your education's finished.
Приключи образованието.
You don't fall on the ground, you've graduated.
Ако не паднеш на земята, се завърши успешно.
So every living entity is dependent on the super soul within their heart.
Всяко живо същество зависи от свръхдушата в сърцето.
And we're dependent on the arrangements of our material nature just to live here.
И зависим също от аранжиментите на материалната природа, само за да живеем тук.
Yeah, we've been taught that we're all independent, we can do anything we want, we're free.
И въпреки това си мислим, че сме независими, може да правим каквото си искаме, че сме свободни.
You are God.
Ти си Бог.
Or if you buy this, you'll become nearer to God.
И ако си купиш това, ще се приближиш до Бога.
But we're all completely dependent.
Но всъщност сме напълно зависими.
We can't do anything, we can't go anywhere without this body right now.
Не може да правим нищо, да отидем никъде без това тяло.
We didn't bring the body with us.
Ние не сме докарали тялото с нас.
We didn't even pick it out.
Дори не сме си го избрали.
Leaving our body, the soul comes in this subtle body. There's a big wardrobe there. And which one would you like? I think I'll take that one. No, that one looks better. Let me read the tag. What does it say? He'll live for 65 years and he'll have 3 wives. And let's take a look at the other tag.
Когато душата да пусне тялото с финното си тяло и не е представен един гардероб с различни видове груби тела, тя се избира, отива и оглежда етикетите. Това ще живее си 64 години с 3 жени. Не, това не ми харесва, друго ще избира.
No, it was all arranged by the material nature.
Не, всичко това е аранжирано от материалната енергия.
According to our past activities.
Според миналите ни дейности.
And there's nothing we can do about it.
И нищо не може да направим за това.
It's not you enter into this button. What is that? I don't want this one. Let me out of here.
Влезем в тялото, не може да почнем да плачем. Нека си тръгна, не искам това тяло.
Don't worry, you're going soon enough.
Не се представя, скоро ще се тръгне.
Only time separates you.
Само времето да раздели.
So this is just a little fragment of Krishna's glories.
Това е просто частица от славата на Кришна.
To understand how this material world is just a combination of different energies.
Да разберем как материалният свят е комбинация от различни енергии.
And when when this material energy in the form of earth and water and fire and air is put in a certain form, we say, oh, that's beautiful.
И когато тези енергии под формата на огън, вода, въздух и така нататък, те са оформени по определен начин, ние си казваме, това е много красиво.
But when that same energy is put in a different form,
на която същата енергия е сложена под различна форма.
Oh, that's terrible. But it's just the same earth and water and fire and air and ether, just making different shapes in the material world. Some look attractive to us, and some don't look so attractive.
Но това същите енергии, земя, вода, огън, въздух, етер. И за някои, когато са оформени, ни привличат, други не.
But due to the workings of the illusory energy, we're just bewildered by this and that form.
Но поради влиянието на материалната иллюзорна енергия, ние се объркваме.
And everyone sees the forms differently.
И всички виждат формите по различен начин.
So that's the amazing thing about Krishna's energies. That everyone can see the same form differently.
Това е удивителното за енергиите на Кришна. Всеки може да види определена форма по различен начин.
Just like if a beautiful woman walks down the street,
Ако красиво момиче мине по улицата,
a dog will look at the woman
кучето ще я погледне.
and get hungry.
Ще обладне.
And if a beautiful woman walks down the street and a lusty man looks at her, they'll think, oh, that's the one. And if a brahmachari looks at a beautiful woman, he'll think, oh, danger. So the same thing, just like when this Prabhupada tells the story of one prince, he saw this beautiful girl. And he came to our house and said, I'm in love with you. You have to surrender to me. So the beautiful girl said, that's all right. Just come back in a week and I'll surrender to you. So she fasted the whole week. She took purgatives. And she vomited the whole week. And put all the vomit in it. In some containers. And put all her excrement in another container. So the lusty prince came back the next week, knocked on the door, and this haggard lady came to the door, thin, looked like she was 120 years old. And the prince said, I've come for this young girl. So he said, well, here I am. She said, here I am. Wait a second. You're not the one I came for. I came for that young, beautiful girl. It's me. It's me. But you were so beautiful a week ago. What happened? Well, I separated my beauty. What do you mean you separated your beauty? I separated it for you and I put it into different pots. Would you like to see it? She said, sure, let me see your beauty. So he noticed this strange smell. And here it is. Enjoy. So it's the illusory energy. Everyone is bewildered. I mean, not only the human beings are bewildered, every species of life is bewildered. Indra was cursed to become a pig. Indra is the king of the heavenly planets. He's living in literally heaven. But he was cursed to become a pig. And when he became a pig, he acted like a pig. He had his own pigsty. He had a place where everyone passed stool, and that's where he lived. And he got fresh food every day. And he had this beautiful wife. She was really big. But she had this tail, he couldn't stop looking at it. He was in love. And they had these wonderful little piglets.
Има малки прасенци.
They ate a lot of stools.
Те също яли много.
And he was proud of them.
И той се гордее с тях.
So one day Brahma came from the heavenly planet, from his planet,
Един ден дошъл Брахма от висшите планети.
and said, Indra, it's time to go back. There's mismanagement in heaven. We need your help.
И той каза, Индра, време е да се върнеш в райските планети, там е настанал смут.
But Indra said, no way.
Индра каза, не,
I'm in hog heaven.
аз съм тук в свинския рай.
This is better than heaven. Look at my wife. That tail. How could I leave it? It's beautiful. And look at my kids. I mean, no one in heaven eats stool like they do. I mean, this rent, I'm free. It's free rent. I can eat as much as I want. No one ever accuses me of getting fat. I can sleep the whole day. And no one dares wake me up. I mean, I'm in heaven. So then Brahma took his sword and cut off Indra, the pig, his wife's head. And then cut off the piglets' heads. And told Indra, you're next. And Indra said, on second thought, maybe I'll go back to the heavenly planets. So this is the power of Krishna's energy. He's not only bewildering us, he's bewildering everyone in this whole universe. But it's not that Krishna wants to bewilder us. It's not that he wants his energies to confuse us. He actually wants us to wake up and come back to life again. And he's arranged material nature in order to encourage us to do that. The only thing, we're a little stubborn. We even get obviously, in the other species of life, they're not talking about self-realization. If you listen to most of the birds around here, they're not talking about self-realization. Should we go to the Bhagavatam class or not? Maybe we can chant some of the verses. No, only in the human form of life can we get an opportunity to understand who we actually are. And then to do what's necessary to experience our actual nature. So that's up to, here it says that there's a God. The only problem is it doesn't say we're God. Everyone will agree that there's a God. Unfortunately, they think they're the God. So, when we find out who actually is this, that there is a person in control of this place, it's not by accident that the sun comes up exactly on time in the morning, or the sun goes down exactly on time in the evening. It's all being arranged perfectly. And we can experience that if we follow the proper process. We can see that the person who's actually controlling everything not just the little controllers. No one likes the little controllers. Anyone becomes too much of control and everyone starts, let's get rid of this guy. Freedom. So, that the person is controlling everything, even the little controllers,
че има личност, която управлява всички, дори малките управници.
He's actually a nice person.
Тази личност е прекрасен.
He's not doing it because, I can control everyone.
Не го прави, защото се наслаждава, че може да управлява всички.
Now, if any one of us were put in the control of everything, we'd all be in trouble.
На някой от нас се даде пълния контрол над всичко и всички ще сме проблем.
But Krishna is all good. He's actually controls everything for everyone's benefit.
Но Кришна е добър, той управлява всичко за ползата на всеки.
And because Krishna loves everyone.
Защото Кришна обича всички.
And therefore, although sometimes it appears that we're put in situations which are not very good,
И макар понякога да изглежда, че сме поставени в ситуации, които не са добри,
but Krishna wants us to turn to Him so we can actually experience the all good.
Но Кришна желае да се обърнем към Него, така че да може да изпитаме, че това е все добро.
Otherwise, in the material world, everyone thinks everything's going all right.
Иначе всички в свят си мислят, че всичко е наред.
Maybe I should lose a few pounds and everything will be good.
Може да отслабя няколко килограма.
Then everything will be all right.
Тогава ще
Do a little bit more exercise.
ще правя малко повече упражнения.
But actually, only when we come to the all good will everything be all right.
Но само когато се обърнем и достигнем все добрия, тогава всичко ще
So the Bhagavatam will explain how Krishna is all good.
Бхагаватам ще обясни как Кришна е все добър.
He's with us all the time.
Че Той е винаги с нас.
All this is His energies.
И всичко, което е наоколо, са Негови енергии.
And He's going to, if we want, He can arrange everything so we can revive our loving relationship with Him.
И ако ние желаем, може да възстановим нашите любовни взаимоотношения с Него.
We can stop forgetting about Him and start becoming guided by Him.
И вместо да забравяме за Него, ще бъдем насочвани от Него.
And He'll guide us back to the spiritual world.
И Той ще насочи обратно в духовния свят.
Because the actual world where we come from is not like here where everyone is trying to survive for some years.
Защото действителният свят, към който
Asking Krishna.
не е като този свят тук, в който трябва да се борим.
Asking Krishna.
Да се молим.
Krishna, help.
О, Кришна, помогни.
Should I look both ways before I cross the street?
Трябва да се оглеждам от двете страни преди да пресека улицата.
Thank you, Krishna, you saved me.
Благодаря ти ме спаси.
Or Krishna, how much should I eat?
О, Кришна, колко трябва да ям?
Krishna says, well, you just eat a little bit.
Яш много.
And the Maya says, no, don't listen to that guy.
Майя каза, не го слушай този.
Eat as much as you want.
Яш колкото се иска.
So, Krishna is trying to help us, guide us back to the spiritual world.
Кришна се опитва да ни помогне, да ни насочи обратно към духовния свят.
And in that world, we don't have a material body.
И в този свят нямаме духовно тяло.
We have a spiritual body.
Нямаме материално тяло, имаме духовно тяло.
And there's nothing to worry about.
И там няма причина да се тревожим.
Because we're always in bliss.
Винаги сме изпълнени щастие.
The only thing we worry about is whether Krishna is happy or not.
Единствено се притесняваме или си мислим за това как Кришна е.
And the more we worry about whether Krishna is happy, then the more happy we become.
И колкото повече се безпокоим за щастието на Кришна, толкова по-щастливи ставаме.
So here we're hankering
Толкова
for so many material things.
с толкова материални неща.
And here we're lamenting about so many material things.
Или пък скърбим за най-различни неща.
But in the spiritual world, we're hankering for Krishna.
Но в духовния свят ние купнем за
And we're lamenting that we don't have Krishna enough.
И скърбим за това, че нямаме достатъчно Кришна.
And the more we do that, here, the more we hanker and lament, the more we suffer.
И тук, колкото повече купнем или скърбим, се оплакваме, толкова повече страдаме.
And the spiritual consciousness, or the spiritual world, the more we hanker for Krishna and lament that we don't have him, the more we enjoy.
А в духовния свят или с духовно съзнание, колкото повече купнем или се безпокоим, че не сме свързани достатъчно с Кришна, толкова по-щастливи ставаме.
The more closer we become eternally to Krishna.
Колкото по-близо ставаме, се приближаваме до Кришна,
the more we merge into the ocean of transcendental love for Krishna and everyone.
Толкова повече се потапяме в трансценденталния океан на блаженство.
Everything gets better there.
Всичко е по-добро там.
Not only that, but you get younger every day.
Не само, там се
You wake up
поглъщаваш.
in the mirror and look, wow,
Всеки ден.
I look like I was 13 years old yesterday.
И така, изглеждаш, че бях на 13 вчера.
Looks like I lost today.
И изглеждаш, че изгубил.
And there you can eat as much as you want.
И там можеш да ядеш колкото си искаш.
And you never get fat.
Но това няма да надългеш.
There you could dance the whole day,
Може да танцуваш цял ден.
which is there. Well, you can dance as long as you like. You never get tired. Well, I mean, you might get tired.
Може да танцуваш колкото си искаш, да не се умреш.
But when you go to sleep, you dream of Krishna dancing with Krishna.
И ако се умреш и легнеш да спиш, ще стануваш как танцуваш с
And
Кришна.
that's as good as dancing with Krishna when you're awake in the spiritual
И
world.
това е същото, когато си буден на болния свят.
If you eat a samosa there,
Ако изядеш една самоса,
every time you remember the samosa, it tastes better.
всеки път, като си спомниш за самосата, има по-добър вкус.
So who wouldn't want to go there?
Кой няма да иска да отиде там?
You don't have to buy bottled water
Няма нужда да си купуваш бутилирана вода.
because the water is like nectar there.
Защото водата там е като нектар.
You don't have to worry about air pollution
Няма нужда да се притесняваш за
because the air is made out of bliss.
С въздуха там е наситено блаженство.
Housing is free.
Няма нужда от наем за къща.
There you can even drink milk and not worry about it.
Там може да не пиеш мляко, без да се притесняваш.
No one will tell you in the spiritual world, there's no vegan in the spiritual world.
Няма вегани да ходят.
I don't know if there's ice cream or not. So you might have to consider.
Не знам дали там има.
There is cream though.
Със сигурност има сметана.
So I'll stop there, thank you. Wow. Any questions?
Някакви въпроси?
They have kulfi, Maharaj.
What's that?
They have kulfi. This Vedic ice cream.
How do you know?
It's written in the books.
Coffee. Which one?
Kufi. Coffee.
Our cookbook.
Yeah, of course, they have everything there.
Nice.
If you go, even if it's not there, if you go to a desire tree and say, "My dear desire tree,
I can explain what I want.
can you give me at least 10 flavors?" That's all you want?
Където го няма тая дървета на желанието, може да си поискаш специално.
Everything's there. It won't be missing anything.
Не се притесняй, всичко е. Може да поискаш сладолет с 10 вида вкуси.
Practically everything is there.
На практика.
There's no McDonald's.
Но няма Макдоналдс.
Anything else? Mercy, Grantaraj, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande.